and welcome to another segment of the Sequire Spotlight. Today we are discussing some exciting sweepstakes news. So we've got something up for grabs for all our viewers, as well as we are having a discussion with Mr. Doug Campoli, the CFO of Arcimoto with the NASDAQ ticker FUV. Doug, welcome.
Thanks. Glad to be on board.
Yeah, excited to hear more about, firstly, Arcimoto. Just to remind us all what this exciting company gets up to.
Oh, Arcimoto manufactures, sells, and rents what we call our fun utility vehicle. It's a three-wheeled electric, technically motorcycle, but we're really targeting what we think is a gap in the market segment between an automobile and a motorcycle. Trying to right-size the transportation infrastructure in the U.S.
Wonderful. What spurred on the development of this interesting new vehicle?
Well, our founder was basically just looking for a way to get across town without having to drive 4,000 pounds of steel around. And he didn't find anything in the market. So he decided to he started a company and started producing prototypes. And the first, I think, 8 years of the company, we're just producing prototypes. And then in 2015, we settled on a product and brought it to market, went public in 2017, and have been selling, went through all the final testing certification, and started selling retail vehicles in 2019.
So I've definitely seen this fun utility vehicle before, but for those who have not, and we will show some screens about that in a little bit, but can you tell us more about the technology and what really is significant about the look, the feel, and the mechanisms, the operating mechanisms of this vehicle?
Well, first of all, it lives up to its name. When everyone takes their first test drive, when they get out of the vehicle, have a huge smile on their face, and the typical first statement is, "Wow, that's the funnest thing I've ever driven." So what our goal was to have the fun of a motorcycle, but safe, but much more safe. So we're trying to make this, it's never going to be as safe as it being enclosed in 4,000 pounds of steel in an automobile, but it's definitely much safer than a two-wheel motorcycle. You're not going to fall over, and you're enclosed in an upper frame that helps protect you in the event of a crash with a dual 3-point harness.
Wonderful. So because of the safety aspect, either way, being safer than a motorcycle, a little less, entirely enclosed as you would be in a normal vehicle, what limitations are there in terms of where people can drive these vehicles, if any?
Oh, no, there's no limitations. They're completely street legal. The licensing and helmet regulations around three-wheeled motorcycles or autocycles, in some states we're now being classified as an autocycle. It varies by state. In Oregon and California, there's no helmet and no motorcycle endorsement required on your license.
Excellent. And of course, I'd assume that there's no limitation in terms of age requirements for those who can be within this vehicle?
That also really varies by state. In some states, I take that back. In some states, there are helmet requirements based on age, but there aren't any limitations on age in the vehicle. We recommend not putting children in the vehicle that aren't able to keep their feet flat on the floorboards.
Got it. All right. Well, it all sounds exciting. Where would you say sales are trending as we speak? Which areas, which locations, and why?
Well, we've just opened up Hawaii for sales, and I believe we have a couple more states opening up here very soon. The third quarter sales I think we just released them in PR, so I can talk about them here. They were up quite a bit from the second quarter, 74 vehicles sold. That's a 16% increase over the third quarter of 2021. So trending up substantially in 2022 and up over the prior year. So things are looking positive.
Wonderful. So I know that you're our Chief Financial Officer of Arcimoto, but I want to touch a little bit on perhaps some marketing strategies, if you can offer any insights there. Like, firstly, what is the audience that Arcimoto's FUV targets? Who drives an FUV?
Well, the marketing studies that we've done have found, pretty much everybody is the market. It kind of focused on, 18 to 50 according to the marketing study, but a lot of our customers to date have been older motorcycle riders that are no longer feel comfortable riding a two-wheeled motorcycle because they may not have the strength or the coordination any longer to be able to pick it up should it fall over, or the coordination to keep it from falling over. So that's been a big market for us so far. But really anybody, that might be looking for a around town commuter vehicle to supplement their vehicle for hauling the kids around, or maybe somebody that is just looking for their first vehicle to get around town.
Fantastic. I can definitely see myself in one as I make my way up PCH all the way to Malibu and the likes of those coastal areas. So very exciting. Mm-hmm. Any new products coming up for Arcimoto in terms of FUVs or anything else that you're involved in? I believe I saw something about a rapid responder type of van that you guys work on as well. Please give us.
Well, yeah, we have a lot of different configurations of our FUV. They all share approximately 90% of the same parts. So, we refer to it as multiple shots on goal. And the rapid responder is basically an FUV with literally the bells and whistles, sirens and lights on it for emergency response vehicles. We've done quite a few test programs with different fire and police units around the country, and they found it to be very useful at events. For example, the FBI rented 5 FUVs for the World Track and Field competition here in Eugene, Oregon recently this past summer. They're great for getting into tight locations, bike trails, things where you might not be able to get full-size fire truck or ambulance into. And we've gotten some great feedback from those emergency responders on different configurations. For example, one idea they had was a 3-man crew and using two vehicles. One would have 2 people in it, a 2-seater version. The other would have a 1-seater version with additional cargo space for equipment. And then another idea that one of our customers gave us was to have a built-on stretcher space for carrying injured passengers.
Awesome.
So lots of customization possibilities.
Definitely sounds like it. What do you foresee the industry looking like in terms of FUV yourselves, but also the industry that you find yourself in? What do you think it'll look like in the next 5 years?
Oh, well, I mean, given the current recession, I think we're going to see a bit of consolidation in the EV industry. I think Arcimoto has a leg up on a lot of the new EV companies out there that aren't into retail production yet. We've been into retail production now since the end of 2019. So, we're not vaporware. We have, we've gone through, I think, as Elon Musk likes to put it, it's very easy to make a prototype. It's very difficult to make a production vehicle. And I have to second that. That's very true.
True indeed. So I personally myself, before this interview, made a little faux pas on the pronunciation of the name. And I think it's really important. And I love the way you're going to help me understand how to say it correctly. So please tell our viewers, how do we pronounce your company name and what do these different syllables stand for?
It's Arcimoto. And the ARC stands for archetype or future. The I stands for the individual. And moto stands for transportation. So it's future I drive.
Wonderful. I think that sums it up quite significantly. Strax, a financial technology company that unlocks data and insights for publicly traded companies through its Sequire platform, a SaaS platform, also now launches alongside Arcimoto FUV, the sweepstakes we've just been speaking about. The sweepstakes are open to the investor community until October 30th. This is your opportunity to experience for yourself and the opportunity to win a fun utility vehicle. These vehicles are amazing, condensed, compact, and yes, a lot of fun. So into the sweepstakes at the link fuvsweepstakes.srax.com. That link again, fuvsweepstakes.srax.com, and stand your chance to win one of these fun utility vehicles. I'm Carmel Fisher, and you're watching the Sequire Spotlight.